Good morning, dear viewers and enthusiasts of tourism. As usual, I'm Godfrey Senteza, and I'm the team lead at Sengo Experiences Tours and Travel. I welcome you onto this show once again, where we try to give our viewers an overview of the tourism industry, both locally here in Uganda and abroad. On this special day of Valentine's Day, I cannot forget to wish you a very good Valentine's Day wherever you are. Please don't forget to give someone a rose. It is quite interesting. The only difference here in Uganda is that flowers grow everywhere, so it is not like other countries where you have to struggle to get a flower to give someone. You can just drop by anywhere, pick a flower and give it to a friend and wish him a good Valentine's Day. For our viewers out there, I have been to countries where people have not known where Uganda is located. I think it is a fair deal to our viewer out there, especially our colleagues who view us from Australia. We have a lot of fans in Turkey, we have fans in the US. There are a number of people who are watching our show from across different continents. One time I was in Japan and someone was asking me, where exactly are you coming from? So when I told him I was coming from Uganda in East Africa, he had to pick a map to try and see where Uganda is located. But for you, our viewer out there, Uganda, popularly in the tourism industry and world over, is called the Pearl of Africa. We are located in East Africa. Our neighbors are Kenya in the east, and we are neighboring South Sudan in the north. We have the Congo in our west, and then we have Rwanda in the southwest, and then Burundi is a little bit far down there, and far south we are neighboring with Tanzania. We are located in a very unique position. We are actually lying squarely on the equator, which gives us a lot of advantages in terms of climate and weather. We are the only country where we see the sun from January to December, and we are one country where it rains at 1 p.m. and it is shining at 2 p.m. We have 4 seasons throughout the year. Whatever we eat in Uganda is fresh. It is one of the few countries in the world where you can survive without a fridge, because whatever we eat here is from the garden to the plate. So we are such a unique country, and for our viewer out there, I think you are going to enjoy this show. Whenever I go to Europe, last year when I was in Europe, I was talking to some friends of mine there and colleagues whom I met there. And when you talk about Africa, people think about safari. And when you talk about safari, people are thinking about the big five, the elephants, the lions, name them as we know them, the chimps, you know. But Uganda is endowed with more than that. We have all the big fives as we know them, the elephants, the lions. But Uganda is unique in a way that we are home to some of the rarest species of living things. One of them being the short-bill stork. The short-bill stork is a bird actually found in Mabamba swamp here in Uganda, and that bird is linked to a lot of history backwards. If you can take time to find out about the short-bill. And that short-bill stork, that bird is actually found in Uganda only. So on top of that, we have the mountain gorillas, the closest cousins of human beings. They are only found in Uganda, and probably sometimes they cross over to our neighbors, but their home is actually located in wind impenetrable forest here in Uganda. So those and many more. Uganda is the source of the Nile, the longest river in the world. We have we are one country which is located on the equator, as I was beginning, and the equator is accustomed to being hot all the time. but we are one country which has got a snow-capped mountain range only. So much as we are on the equator with the sun all throughout the year, then we have the mountain Lwenzori, which is snow-capped on the top, and this is only unique to Uganda. You cannot forget talk about the largest national park in Uganda, and that is the Murchison Falls, and which is very good and very unique and very interesting for boat riding and boat cruises on the Nile. You can't forget talk about Chidepo. Everywhere you come to Africa, Uganda in particular, everything you look at will actually be unique to us. If you talk about our national parks, like the Queen Elizabeth National Park, yes, I know if you've traveled to Africa, probably you've been somewhere south, but it is in Uganda that you will find tree climbing lions in Ishasha and Queen Elizabeth. Then we have Chibali National Park. It is actually popularly known as the capital of primates. So if you want to track chimpanzees, then the only place you can go and be sure that you'll be able to look at a chimpanzee is Kibali National Park. Then you talk about cultural diversities. We have a diversity of cultures in Uganda. You will move from Karamoja down to the Baganda, who greet while kneeling and eating matoke, which is steamed in banana plantain leaves. Then you will go down to the Ankole with their long-horned cattle, which are unique to Uganda. I can tell you that Uganda is kind of unique, and we have too much to look at if you decide to come. Really, to our viewers out there, if you are, I know our friends in the temperate regions are now in winter. Actually, if you came to Uganda, just the weather is enough to give you comfort. By the time actually you think about going to Queen Elizabeth, even the itinerary will almost be coming to an end. What I'm trying to tell you here is that everything in Uganda is very attractive, is very unique, is very good, but most of all, the hospitality of the Ugandan people. I think in world over, I don't want to mention, but I believe that Ugandans, we are one of the most hospitable people. That is why even the whole of the world, even when you go to the United Nations, you will discover that Uganda is one of the countries which is hosting most of the refugees, both in Africa and from abroad. The reason, we are very hospitable people. You will not feel like you are away from home. Everywhere you will go, they will welcome you like you are home. When you go to our villages, for those who are enthusiasts of cultural diversity and want to experience the local local environment, when we go to our villages, you will actually be one of the happiest, and you will actually never regret why you came to Uganda. So Uganda is a pearl, like Churchill put it, and truly speaking, he did not get it out of air. Wherever you go, whatever you look at, from the weather to the food to nature, to natural diversity, wildlife, unique gems like the gorilla mount, the gorillas. I didn't tell you about the deepest crater lake, which is also found in Lake Bunyonyi, is also located here in Uganda. So if you're out there and you're thinking about where to take your holiday this year, then think about Uganda. And for that matter, you just need to visit our website at Sengo Experiences Tours and Travel, and you will be able to make your booking as fast as possible. And to make it even interesting, all these unique things are available at very cheap prices, because I have traveled the world and I have not seen a country where food and which is organic is as cheap as in Uganda, because it is only in Uganda that you will eat a pineapple which was harvested in the morning and served in the afternoon. It is only in Uganda that you will eat a pineapple which was harvested yesterday and today is good to eat, without even ever being put under the refrigeration system. So if you're out there and you're thinking about where to have your next holiday, Uganda should be first on your list. But I cannot forget also talk about security. You know, as tourists, one of the things we normally look at, even when I go abroad, is how secure is me. Because we know that we have one life, and there is no spare for it. Uganda is one of the safest countries in Africa. You can even go and Google about it and you will find out what I'm talking about. We are the only country which has no curfews. We have security from every corner. Everybody is respected. Our army is one of the most disciplined. Our parks are well guarded. Even when you are in the parks, we have our park security, which is very professional. Our guides are very professional. The only thing I will warn you about when you are coming to Africa is you will have to take anti-malarials. So if you are coming from Australia, if you are coming from the US, you are coming from Canada, you are coming from whichever country outside of Africa, and you are coming to Uganda for the first time, at least you have to take anti-malarials for some 14 days or earlier, as advised by your physician, because given that we are located on the tropics, we have a lot of malaria. But of course, even when we are in the parks and you are doing your tours, we take caution. We give you, you will be assured of a mosquito net, you will be assured of anti-malarials, you will be assured of vaccines which avoid mosquitoes from coming close to you, so you will be able to enjoy your trip in Africa, Uganda in particular. And also, we are very accessible. Wherever you are, we have Uganda Airlines. It goes all the way up to Glasgow. It goes all the way to UK. It is if you want to make a trip in Africa, probably you are somewhere in Zimbabwe, you are somewhere in Malawi, you are somewhere in Nigeria, and you want to make a stopover and come and check out Uganda before you leave Africa, our Uganda Airlines is everywhere. And even if you don't take Uganda Airlines, there are also other flights actually which easily connect to Uganda Entebbe International Airport, and you will be able to enjoy the uniqueness of the Pearl of Africa. Exciting is kind of wide, but I will tell you that everything you will decide to come and do, it will be very exciting. I'll give you an example. If you decided to go to Wind Impenetrable National Park, it will be very interesting if you're looking at that silverback gorilla for the first time. Very exciting. If you're one person who grew up on the streets of Rome, if you're one person who grew up in the dazzling cities of Dubai and Tokyo, when you come and you are in the natural setup, surrounded by green, impenetrable forests, and then all of a sudden you take a look at that family of mountain gorillas, it is really very exciting. But coming back to me, of course, having grown up here in Uganda, I will tell you that everything is exciting. But a trip to Queen Elizabeth National Park, and then the sunset on Kazinga Channel, and then the view of families of chimpanzees in Wind Impenetrable Park, all of them embodied in one itinerary, is such an unforgettable experience. Not to forget the mountain climbing on Rwenzori and going up to Ngahinga to the highest, going up to Megarita, the highest peak of the Rwenzori snow-capped mountain, is quite exciting. So if you're coming to Uganda and you're thinking about your itinerary and what to do, I would advise that your itinerary should not miss the mountain Rwenzori, the snow-capped mountains, if you're one who likes hiking or who likes mountain climbing. And then after all that, then you come down to Queen Elizabeth, you do the games in the National Queen Elizabeth, have a ride on Kazinga Channel, and then in the morning we take a ride, and then we go to Ishasha, and you see those lions that climb trees, and then finally we go and you check out the silverback gorillas in Wind Impenetrable Forest. You will never regret and you will want to make a wish that you ever come back to Uganda.